How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another model home tour here on our channel, Everything Jax Real Estate. In today's model home tour video, we are in the beautiful Coral Ridge neighborhood here within Seabrook, here in Nocatee. And we're going to be viewing the Monica floor plan. Now, this Monica floor plan is a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath floor plan. It has a 4-car garage, and it's roughly 3,488 square feet on the base plan, and you can go up from there. Now, this floor plan starts at $1.249,900, so just under $1.25 million. And this specific model we're viewing today sold for over $2 million. So the seller, in this case the builder, did a lot of stuff to this home that is not typical of their base price, just to put that in perspective. Now, before we get into this video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell so you get notified when we post more content like this in the future. And as we're going through this floor plan, if you see anything you have questions on, or if there's any comments that you want to make as far as the things that we're looking at, feel free to drop those in the comment section below. If there's any questions, we'll make sure to answer those as well. And as always, make sure you stay to the end because we will be going over the different builder incentives ICI Homes is doing currently here in Coral Ridge. All right, now let's go and check out the Monica floor plan. All right, so we're gonna start our walk through the Monica floor plan. So first thing you're gonna notice when we come up, there's tons of fixed windows to allow a lot of natural light in, also to give it a nice look from the street. So you do have a lot of glass here in the front. And most of it's for your garages because you do have two-car garages, which is not typical for here in Nocatee. Nocatee has a lot of 2-car garages, they have a lot of 3-car garages. You don't find many that give you this courtyard style with 4 garages. So definitely a nice aspect there to have these 2 cars on both sides. Because you don't see it very often. They did do pavers on the driveway coming in, which is very nice. As you can see here, this model is actually on a cul-de-sac because they do have some cul-de-sac lots, and they still have some available too here in Coral Ridge. But again, the pavers, it's a nice touch. The exterior is a hardy board exterior. They did do some elements with the faux brick on the exterior wall as well, which they painted white. And then it brings us to our walkway up to our front porch. So it's not really much of a front porch, but it does give you that ability to be able to come in, be able to be under some cover if it is raining as you're waiting at the front door. And what's cool with this one is they actually did an oversized all glass front door. Now, this door was not cheap. Talking with ICI, this was, I believe, a $40,000 to $50,000 door, but I think we all can agree it's something different that you don't normally see very often here in Northeast Florida, and definitely becomes very much a focal point of this house. Now, a couple other things too with this floor plan. You do have 12-foot ceilings as your standard ceiling height. They did do some coffered ceilings here, some tray ceilings. A lot of the trays that you're going to see in here are actually a part of their base plan, but there are still options to do additional tray ceilings if desired with this floor plan. They also did some beautiful lighter colored wood for the flooring, which really offsets some of the darker colors you'll see throughout this video with this home. And then coming through here, one thing they did with the model, this is an add-on, is they actually did a really cool little wine room where they have all their wine bottles, and they did the glass on both sides to really kind of make it a focal point of the space for when people do come in. So definitely not something you see every day. And with all that glass, it does give it very much a nice feel to be able to show off to guests. Then as we come in, we do have our living room and our kitchen. Now, first thing you're going to notice with this living room, they do have the nice, really tall fireplace. But the reason they can do that is because with this plan, there is the option to do this vaulted ceiling. Now, obviously the vaulted ceiling is an upgrade. The wood inlay is an upgrade, and the wood beams are also an upgrade. But again, as we all probably agree, as you're looking through all this, it really does give this home a very high-end, very stately feel, and really just makes it feel that much larger because of those vaulted ceilings. Now with the kitchen, they did a really thick quartz countertop. It may actually be a granite as I look more at it, but they also did the waterfall effect with it, which really makes a huge difference and really just goes above and beyond from what you normally see here and just again highlights that luxury feel that this home is, being, at least for this specific one, you know, a $2 million plus home. They also did, because it's the model, but they also have the option you could do it with them if you build. They did the Sub-Zero oversized large fridge. You also have your Wolf appliances with this. So you have your Wolf oven. You also have your Wolf microwave that most likely does double as a convection oven. They have a Cove dishwasher. And then you also have your oversized Wolf stove. Now with the stove, it is a gas stove, which is, if you've seen some of our other Nocatee videos, it's about what you would come to expect because of the fact that Nocatee is a gas community, so most of these homes are going to be gas homes. They also did a really nice vented hood up top that obviously vents out. And then you also get tons of cabinet space. Now these cabinets are very high end. They have the soft close aspect with them. And they went with a darker wood with these, which again, sometimes you would think it won't work with all these different woods playing into each other, but it does. And again, just goes and gives you that high-end feel. They do have their large, oversized, deep sink here, which is again a nice touch. And with this floor plan too, you know, we have our kitchen and our living room, but then we also have our 3 additional bedrooms off of the kitchen. So we're going to start off with the first 2 bedrooms, and we have our first 2 bedrooms off the kitchen here. So we have bedroom 1, bedroom 2. So with bedroom 1, we're going to check this one out. And what you'll see is, again, we have in the bedrooms, we have 10-foot ceilings. They did do some trim on the ceiling with the crown molding. Again, these are craftsman style doors, so these are all done on site. And another thing too that I forgot to mention earlier, but with this floor plan, smooth walls is actually a standard here in Northeast Florida, here in Nocatee. Now, if you're watching this video and you live somewhere else in the state or other states, you may ask yourself, okay, why is smooth a standard? Like, why do you have to even mention that? But really right now, a lot of builders, including this one, a lot of times they do a textured wall. You know, sometimes they'll call it orange peel, sometimes they'll just call it textured wall, rather than smooth walls with their homes. So to have smooth as a standard is not as typical as you would think. And so it's really good to kind of highlight and point out if you are looking to move to the area. Now for our first bathroom, again, every bedroom has its own bathroom. With this one, they did do a walk-in shower with the seamless glass. They did the tile up to the ceiling, which is always a nice touch. You have your step down here, so you're not worried about water coming into the rest of the bathroom. They also did a little drop area here, a little insert for your toiletries, which is never a bad thing. So really well-designed space. You know, this is probably the smallest of the 4 bathrooms in this house, other than obviously the powder room. But it's still a really good size for guests, or again, if you're gonna use this for your kids, again, it's a really good size space for them as well. And we do have our walk-in closet with this one. So you can't go wrong with having tons of closet space with any of these bedrooms. And then this is going to bring us to our next bedroom. So this is our bedroom, our second one. And with this bedroom, again, pretty good size, about the same as the first. You know, it's always nice to see when they have it staged like this, because you get to see, you know, the end tables, the full-size bed, the dresser, and you still have plenty of room in here. And then you do have your walk-in closet here, which is a little bit smaller walk-in, but still a walk-in. You know, we don't discriminate. If you can walk into it, we call it a walk-in here in Northeast Florida. And with this bedroom, it has its own bathroom, but what they did with this one is they actually doubled it to be a cabana bath. So because of that, they did a pocket door here instead of a normal door. Now with ICI, if this is a floor plan you like and you don't really want the pocket door, they can do a normal door, but that is an option you can do with them as well if desired. And then as you can see, it does bring us to our door to the outside to be able to use for the cabana bath. And just again to highlight this bathroom, we do get some additional space here with the sink. So it's a little bit bigger than the first one. They did continue with some of the same hardware and finishes. And again, this shower as well, it does go up to the ceiling with the tile. It has a step down as well. And you do have an even larger insert area here for your toiletries. So can't go wrong there, especially being the cabana bath, so to speak. Now here's an add-on. So this I want to really highlight because this is not standard with this floor plan, but it's something you can do with the builder. With this model, they actually did a summer cabana, summer kitchen that is enclosed right off of the pool. And with this space, it allows you that if it's raining out, but you still want to be able to entertain, it gives you that ability to. And they really went over the top with this, with doing the quartz countertops, doing the large oversized island. You know, you have your outdoor sink here, you have your wine cooler here, you know, you have some additional storage over here as well as trash. You know, you have your Coyote grill, which we are seeing Coyote more and more currently here in Northeast Florida. And it's become a very popular product of builders to put these Coyote appliances in for their outdoor spaces. This one also has your custom vent hood to go outside. And you also have your kegerator because, again, when you're in Florida and you have friends over, you know, it's nice to be able to grab a beer with them or whatnot. And they even have a dishwasher out here. So really everything you would need to be able to cook out here, they have for you at your disposal. And again, because this is an enclosed space, they also did a mini split system with this space. So the mini split system, it allows you to cool it if you need to. A lot of times it also has a heat function. So if it's in the winter time and it's a little cooler than you'd want it to be, you could also heat the space. So it's nice to have, but it's also nice because you don't have to worry about doing anything with it in the event you're not using the space. So you don't have to keep it heated or cool. And that's going to bring us back out to our kitchen and living room. But before we get to the other side of the house, we are going to check out bedroom number 3 and bathroom number 3. So bedroom number 3 is actually going to be on the other side of the kitchen here. And as we go there too, one thing I do want to highlight, you do have your pantry off of the kitchen. We did some custom built-ins with this. Again, always helps to add some additional storage. You have a little lazy Susan over there built in. And then it brings us to our bedroom number 3. So this bedroom is probably larger than the other two. And again, really good sized space for guests or for kids, whatever the case may be. You do have your walk-in closet, and then you do have your third bathroom, which with this bathroom, it's a really good size. It's our first bathroom. They actually did a tub shower combo. So with this, they did do a tub here because we always suggest you should always, especially if you're building, you have the option, you should always try to keep one tub in a house for resale purposes. You don't have to. It's always a good thing to do because even though you may not want a tub, doesn't mean the next person may, and that could be a deal breaker for them on choosing your house over someone else's. But again, love the tile to the ceiling, love that almost like fish scale pattern with the tile, which is a very nice touch there. And as always, they did the insert as well for your toiletries. So again, very well thought out by the builder ICI Homes here in Coral Ridge with this floor plan. And then at the end of this hallway, it's going to be our laundry room. So the laundry room is a little bit further away from the master bedroom. It's a little bit, or primary bedroom. It's a little bit further away from the other bedrooms. But I will say what's nice about it is it's kind of tucked away so it doesn't get in the way of other things. And they did a really good job too with it, with just kind of giving you multiple uses with this laundry room. So they actually have an area here to be able to wash your dog. Yes, you don't have to use a tub or a shower or the outside. You know, they even have a little handle so you can get underneath them if you need to with the water. So it's a really cool little feature that they have here, and they put it a little bit higher up so you're not going to hurt your back constantly having to bathe them, you know, to keep them clean. And then obviously we have our washer and dryer here. They include some additional countertop space here for storage or to be able to put, you know, lay things out. And you do have some additional storage here with some cabinetry that they have, which again is also soft close. We also have our 2-car garage over here. Well, one of the 2-car garages to be able to get access to the home, with the other 2-car garage access being on the other side of the house. So as we continue to move forward through this space, you know, obviously we've already kind of highlighted the kitchen, but to really put in perspective too, this living room with the vaulted ceilings, it gives you a ton of space. It feels very open. You know, almost, some people could probably say it almost feels too open, but it's a great space to be able to have. You know, having all of these slider glass doors really brings in tons of natural light. So again, it's just a space where you can really entertain, really enjoy, whether if it's just you and your family, or if you have people visiting, to be able to show off to them. Fireplace is a gas fireplace. They did do the wood mantle as well on top of it. So it's very clean, very sleek with that. And with the space too, they did give you an additional wine cooler or chiller. You have additional cabinet space, which is also, again, soft close, and additional countertop space, which they use the same countertop here as they did in the kitchen. And you have some open storage as well there to be able to kind of make it a focal point for guests and whatnot. And then before we head to the primary bedroom, we do want to check out our designated office. So this office space, very large space. Again, you have those really tall ceilings in here with the 12-foot ceilings. They did the coffered and tray ceiling in here as well. You do have the access to your other 2-car garage off of your office. So all in all, it's nice to have this space if you're going to work from home, because it is separate from all the other bedrooms. And this one's not closed off with French doors, but you still could close it off with French doors if you so chose. So really, can't go wrong there. And keep in mind too, as we're walking through this, these baseboards are not your standard. These are definitely upgraded baseboards with this really tall height, with a little bit of the trim pattern with it. So again, just to kind of give that luxury feel, that was kind of their goal here. And I think that it worked out for them. We do have our powder room over here off of the office. So that way people don't have to use the other bedrooms, since the other bedrooms are all in, or bathrooms, since all the other bathrooms all are in bedrooms. 8-foot doors. They did a nice look with the walls. It's not actually wallpaper. That is actually a stenciled pattern on the wall. So definitely a little different there. And then that's going to take us to our primary bedroom and ensuite. So this primary is very large in a good way. And again, you even have a small tray ceiling when you first come in here. They give you the French doors when you first come in to really just kind of give you that, again, high-end luxury, almost, suite-like feel. And you still also get it for your bathroom. So they did the same thing with the bathroom. Now with the bathroom, you do have the his and hers sinks, vanities. Take a guess, if you're watching this video, which one do you think's his and which one do you think's hers? All depends. They give you the really big tub as well, right off of the shower. And the shower is an oversized shower. And what's really cool is this is the standard shower with this floor plan. Now, if you've watched our video of the Brook floor plan here in Coleridge, that one has a shower at the same size, but that is not the standard. That is actually an upgraded shower with the Brook, whereas this is the standard for this floor plan. And then again, you do have the tray ceiling in here as well, because again, why not? Definitely helps complete that elegant look. And another cool aspect as we come through here is with the shower, they don't have a step down, but they have it slightly angled, so that way all the water keeps running down to the drain down here, so you don't have to worry about stepping up or down to get in or out. And then you do have multiple inserts here for toiletries, and they even included a little bench here, again, depending on if you like to sit down at times during the shower, it's nice to have. And they have 4 shower heads in here. So they didn't do just 2 heads on both sides. They did those 2, plus they did 2 rain heads, because again, 4 heads is always better than 1, always better than 2, so on and so forth. And you do have a door on each side as well. So you technically have his and her shower heads, just like you have his or her vanities. Another thing you also have that's his and hers is closets. So as we come through into the primary bedroom, you're going to notice we have a his and her closet. And they actually did a really good job here of kind of showing that it's a his and hers. You don't always get that, but because they did the custom closets here, you do have the hers for the mirror. And then on the other side, you have the his for the tie rack, which can be found right here. So definitely well thought out there. It's nice to have all this custom cabinetry already in here, custom closets. It's all soft close, which is nice. So again, really well done by ICI on this. And even with the doors, even with the doors for this, they are the sliders, which just gives it a nicer feel as well when you don't have to have these bifolds, or even the single doors that do stand out when you're not using them but have the rooms open. Then finally, we have our primary bedroom. So this primary, it's a really good size. They do have access with this primary to your pool area as well. And again, with this, you still have the 12-foot ceilings. They did the tray to give you 13-foot for the tray. You have recessed lighting. Because this is the model, they have the recessed speakers. They even have with this one, they have all these treatments you're seeing on the windows. They're all automatic. So there's a switch to be able to bring these blinds up and to bring them down. But as you can see, even when they're down, you still do get a decent amount of light, but you don't get nearly as much as you would with them up. So it kind of gives you best of both worlds, because it's not too dark, it's not too light. So yeah, that is really about it for this primary bedroom. Drop a comment, let me know your thoughts about this primary bedroom. How did it stack up for you compared to the other ones you've seen? Is it pretty high up there, or are there still things that you would have loved to have seen with it that wasn't there on this one? Would love to know your thoughts. And then finally, we are going to move on to this beautiful backyard pool area. So if you've made it so far through this video, like I said previously, like this video, subscribe to our channel, ring the bell. We would greatly appreciate it. But that being said, if you've also made it through, let's go ahead and show you this beautiful pool area. So first thing I do want to highlight, with these sliders, on both sides, they do tuck all the way in. So if you really wanted to open it all the way up while you have guests over, especially if you have this back area screened in, you definitely could. And again, they do go all the way in. I'm not going to go all the way in this case, but you can see they go all the way in. But again, it just kind of shows that you can bring the inside to the outside, and you can bring the outside to the inside. So for hosting parties, gatherings, stuff like that, it's a great thing to be able to do. Definitely adds a nice touch and really allows you to kind of show it off to your friends and family. But as we continue on with this pool area, they did do a hot tub feature in the middle. They did these floating steps on all three sides to be able to get to the hot tub without having to go in the pool for those somewhat cool days here in Northeast Florida. And what I like about this pool is they did a bit of a darker pebble finish. And with that darker pebble finish, it really just kind of accentuates the pool. In contrast, the lighter tile that they chose, which really makes it stand out when you first come out here. And then as we continue through, you'll notice there's not too many homes that you can see back here. That was by design with how they positioned this house. And there's a little bit of a yard, but nothing too crazy to be able to have to maintain. And then down here, they have a little sitting area. You could easily turn this into like a fire pit area if you wanted to. But it's really cool how they did this waterfall effect with the pool. And they didn't just do the waterfall effect, but they also had the water run all the way around this little gathering area to make it almost like a little island. So definitely something you see every day. And a pool like this, to put in perspective, it is probably a $200,000 to $300,000 pool. But sometimes to have that pool to differentiate yourself from everyone else, it could be worth it. I can tell you this, I like it. Now, as we continue to move forward, that really is going to kind of wrap it up. As you can see, they do have the steps all the way around, so you can go all the way around with it. And it is nice too with the waterfall because it kind of muffles the noise everywhere else. So when you're back here, you're not going to necessarily hear as much up top due to that. But overall, definitely one of the better pools we've seen, one of the better backyards we've seen here in Northeast Florida. And that is the cool aspect with these is builders are constantly trying to improve what they're doing to compete with each other. And that includes the pool, that includes the floor plans, that includes their finishes. So it's very important to be able to work with someone who's very familiar with what the builders are doing, because at the end of the day, when you work with a builder here in Northeast Florida, they're not always looking out for you. They're looking out for sometimes themselves. They do want to make sure you're happy to some degree, but as long as they're happy first. So having a realtor that you can work with, that you can trust to be able to help guide you in that direction is important. And so we always want to be able to help with that as well. So with that being said, that's going to do it for this walkthrough. and I will see you guys again next time. All right, so what do you think about the Monica floor plan? You know, this floor plan has a lot to like, whether if it's the split floor plan aspect with it, or the big living room, you know, really good sized kitchen, or if you're like me and currently it's summertime here in Northeast Florida, I love this pool. So you may like it as well, especially with how hot it is right now here in Northeast Florida. But definitely in the comment section below, feel free to drop what you liked about this, or maybe if you thought you would like to see something different, drop that as well. Would love to know your thoughts on this floor plan. Also, if you want to discuss this floor plan, this builder, or this neighborhood further, in the description of this video is a link to my calendar where you can schedule time for us to meet face-to-face through Zoom, or even a phone call to discuss your family's plans for your move here to the area. We'd love to help further discuss which builder, neighborhood, floor plan makes the most sense for you and your family. And for staying to the end, right now, ICI is offering some pretty good incentives, you know, for their neighborhood here in Coal Ridge, but they also are subject to change. So right now, you are getting roughly $20,000 or so to use at Design Center, as well as you have some options there with some additional values that you can use for an outdoor kitchen or mini spa. So definitely, if you want to know more information about that as well, definitely reach out to me and I can get you all those details, as well as if those are still the incentives or if they've changed since the time this video has been recorded. And as always, thank you for staying until the end, but definitely, if you did stay till the end, make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell so that way you get notified when we post more videos like this in the future. All right, now, I'll see you guys again on the next model home tour.